The 1880s were a time of change for shipping. It was the decade when steam power had its breakthrough at the expense of sail. Arnold Peter Møller was born in 1876, the seventh in a family of 10 children. His father was Peter Mærsk Møller, whose family had been ship's captains for generations. Peter Mærsk believed in steam power and became master of a steamship. But when Arnold Peter left school, he chose to stay on land, serving an apprenticeship with Bonnesen, a successful merchant in Sorø. After 2 years with Bonnesen, A.P. Møller continued his education in England, becoming a trainee shipbroker in Newcastle. He then moved to Königsberg, now Kaliningrad, on what was then the German Baltic coast, where he worked first for a trading company and later in a shipping firm. In 1899, he joined the H.J. Pallison Shipping Company in St. Petersburg. While in Russia, he continued his personal development as a businessman and was given steadily increasing responsibility. After 8 years abroad, A.P. Møller, now 27, returned to Denmark with a wealth of experience in international shipping. He was appointed manager of the chartering department in C.K. Hansen, one of the leading Danish shipping companies. His contract included a provision giving him the right to operate his own ships. A.P. Møller and his father had for many years been planning to start up a steamship company. On 16th April 1904, they had a meeting with leaders of the business community in their hometown of Svendborg and formed the Steamship Company Svendborg. The newly established company bought a second-hand British steamship, renaming it Svendborg. The venture started well, and the company ordered its first new vessel in the following year. Orders for more ships soon followed. In 1912, A.P. Møller founded another shipping company, the Steamship Company of 1912 A.S. The following year, he resigned from C.K. Hansen to open his own office to run the Svendborg and 1912 steamship companies, which by then comprised a fleet of 8 vessels. Denmark remained neutral during the First World War. Despite difficulties, shipping was profitable. During the last year of the war, A.P. Møller opened his own shipyard, Odense Steel Shipyard. A focal point for A.P. Møller was his family, his American-born wife Chastine, and their 4 children, Mærsk, Hans, Sally, and Jane. A.P. Møller was a forceful character who also took part in the political debate of his time. When a leading bank collapsed in 1923, A.P. Møller commented, "It was a sad day for the country when speculation in shares was invented. And it's regrettable that not even well-to-do, competent businessmen have been able to resist the temptation to make money without working for it." In the late 1920s, A.P. Møller made 2 important strategic decisions. He opened a regular liner service between the USA and the Far East, and he ordered 5 tankers, as one of the first ship owners to make a wholehearted commitment to this type of vessel. These 2 far-sighted investments became the basis for A.P. Møller's future shipping activities. The companies suffered substantial losses in the Second World War. By 1945, the Mærsk fleet was reduced from 46 to 21 ships, and the lives of some 150 seamen had been lost at sea. Activities nevertheless soon got back on an even keel. From his headquarters in Kongens Nytorv in Copenhagen, A.P. Møller managed the further development of the company, supported by his son, Mærsk Mc-Kinney Møller. New shipping activities and industrial companies were gradually added. A.P. Møller had fulfilled the dream he shared with his father of creating a shipping company, larger than either of them had imagined. When he died in 1965, his shipping group was the largest in Scandinavia. Active to the very end, A.P. Møller had this to say at the inauguration of the new Lindø shipyard in 1959. I would just like to say, as someone who is still young, I really think I am. After all, I'm only 83. As someone who is still young, I would just like to say to those who are middle-aged, try to help out, show understanding, be flexible, and don't be too conservative.